I gotta agree. Building bikes are fun. I see why so many people do it. I just don't agree with the parts they run. As you can tell, we just got done building this, and I am stoked to go to Lake Elsinore tomorrow and test her out. So Brandy brought this bike in. I don't think she ever really rode it, but she wanted to buy a 22 because of the looks, and I said, well, I've already got a 2022 plastic kit here, so I had to wait on the subframe. I think they like handmade it because if you look at another video I have, it's pretty much handmade. So I said, okay, what can I do to this? I built an O2 YZ250 like this 4 or 5 years ago, and I loved it. And I let a couple guys ride it. Had Grant Bro do the suspension. That's Axel Hodges, suspension guy. Ricky Carmichael, Bubba Stewart. So, you know, he knows his way around a shock. And yeah, I think I want to start building bikes. So I'm not the nicest person I've heard, but I've parted out over 5,000 bikes. So every time something breaks on a bike and I take it apart, I take note of that. And then I've had hundreds of thousands of people buy on our site, and they've built crazy things you wouldn't even think of doing. You know, putting street bike engines in dirt bikes and turboing and running E85 and all these things that will probably be in the next 20 years of bikes. It's not going to go all electric. These combustion engines will come back, but somebody has to make the move. So turbo E85 is probably what I'm going to work on because that's fun. So if you like that kind of stuff, I don't want you to follow, but you know, just stay around and see if I'm right. Because the problem with most of these YouTube builders, that they're kind of obnoxious, is they don't go out and ride the bikes. You see them put all these pretty parts on, they just put them on eBay and sell them. I've sold to a ton of them. And I was like, go out and ride them, guys. And the problem is they just don't know how to ride. So only one I've seen that I really like is Cole Seeley. I'd like to do something with some other guys in that team, but that's in the works. So let's talk about this YZ. But I want to let you guys know, I'm going to take this full time, moving up to the sand dunes in Oregon. It's the biggest stretch of riding in the US, and we can ride right from our new shop. So you're going to see a lot of riding, a lot of cool content. So this is Brandy, my girlfriend's bike, and she's a badass. So you're going to see her throwing this thing around. She don't know how to ride yet, but you know, in the gym every day, she's taking it real. All right, so if you had a YZ pretty much any year, let's just say you had a 22 YZ, we'll start there. So this is an 06, and I'll go into how to update your plastics, and I'll give you all the free stuff. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. I'm doing this because I want to ride bikes. I don't need to sell you plastics. You can go buy from anybody you want. I would go to Motorsport. I think they're the coolest company. Your local dealer. Support your local dealer, because guess what? In a couple years, you're not going to find any, because things are getting real. Brembo brakes. Any Japanese bike, we got them. If you find them elsewhere, good luck fitting them. Larger carb. I'm telling you right now, the KTMs were the fastest bikes back in the day. They had more horsepower than these things do now, and KTMs are whooping on them. So here's the deal. Just because a manufacturer doesn't run them stock, that means that they're holding out for later, because they gotta have updates every couple years. So some of these things you'll see, you're gonna see in the future. I promise you. And if I'm wrong, well then call me out in 3 years. All right, a lot of things I did this bike. I'm just gonna go through them real quick. I put a reserve, stupid simple. Sell those, but I mean, you can get that anywhere. You can get a Chinese one from AliExpress. You know, you just have to replace it every couple months. These larger carbs for sure help on top end. If you're a beginner rider, keep your stock carb, quick and planning. Don't go buy Electron, don't waste your money. Just ride it, okay? When you're ready to go fast, put this carb on, add some more airflow, which is what's cool about this new YZ, is they've definitely got more airflow, but you could definitely add more. This is a lot of room to get the air all the way there into the piston. By the time you twist the throttle to here, that ain't gonna work. Just open it up, okay? Don't worry about your filter. Just clean it. All right, the swing arm and this spring from a 2022, about 2.5 pounds. This is a titanium spring. They don't run anymore because it's expensive. We got them. We got a lot of them. You get more flex and better handling. You can actually add travel with this whole setup. So depends on the linkage. I like bikes more travel. It's just more runway when you jump crazy stuff. So, you know, people don't agree with me there, but let's see. Let's see what happens. Let's see, we got not much upgrades on this bike. Okay, so let's get to the plastic kit here. It's bolt up for everything. So there's no real change that makes anything not. So you just have to order everything that's not the frame. So gas tank, shrouds, subframe, seat, airbox. The boot's the same. So yeah, do all that or we can order it for you. This is the cool thing that I like, is these louvers. They're actually larger. So as you can tell, they actually are gonna scoop more air. They're a lot bigger. That's a nice update, especially if you're riding in the dunes or you're pushing this bike. And you guys might laugh at this, you know, heat tape project, but I've definitely broke some pipes and this has been melted, and then I had radiator fluid over my boot and didn't blow up the bike, but I definitely could have. This is some stuff that we're working on. We'll see how it works, but like I said, I don't like to work on my bike. I like to ride, and that's what I did when I was a kid for a minute, so that's what I'm gonna do. We make some little better exhaust pipe mounts and brackets. That we sell a ton of those because bikes usually leak a lot of oil all over the swing arm. That's just a better design. It's not that crazy, but it does help. Again, with the Brembo, I mean, the 10 millimeter is amazing. We have like hundreds of these in stock, so, you know, we'll hook you up. Yeah, I mean, the plastics are supposed to be heavier, but I don't really think that's the problem. I think it's that they went to a TPS carb on the 38, which is pretty much what they've been running on the 20-year-old design YZ250, which there's nothing wrong with the carb. It's just, it's not as much power as the 39. And the only reason why they do that is it has more all-around power. So if you just want like a more consistent Prius feel, and you want to, you know, not go to the gym and not take care of your body and just putt around, then that's probably it. But if you want to go out and ride, like most guys I know, and you just want to haul ass, bigger carb is definitely going to help. I think that's about it. But we'll be at Lake Elsinore tomorrow and go rip it, see how she runs. We got 450 springs, 450 shock suspension. We're going to actually get it reset out and DLC coded and all that fun stuff, make it pretty, get some graphics real soon. But we just put this together last night, and we're ready to change the world because we want to build crazy stuff. We want to run this on E85. We want to turbo bikes. We want to do some fun stuff. So, you know, show us you care. If you'd rather see some Chinese stuff that's put on bikes from paid advertisements from, you know, pretty much what companies do is they give out free stuff on these YouTube influencers because it's like selling to Oprah, you know, and they give away a Pontiac. Well, that doesn't make Pontiac great. That doesn't do anything. It doesn't mean the product's good. All you gotta do is go look at the MXGP, look at the Supercross winners, and see what the fuck they're running. I don't care if I get monetized. I'm not here for that. I'm here to entertain myself. I'm gonna tell you right now, the parts that people are putting on these YouTube channels, most of them, I don't know how people are so gullible. So hopefully there's some smart people, because that's all I want to deal with. The top 10%ers, or even less than that. I don't want to deal with the masses, because the masses have masks on and they want to get fucking vaccinated. So if you do that shit, get the fuck off my channel.